Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for space. It's Peppers. At the 35, he's open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. To the air, it's Houck. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
This crowd, full throat, sweating the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. Hard running there. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Looking for a man. It's Houck. Grab near the marker. It's Fowler. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the 1st to keep the drive going.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Still looking on the move. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, USC.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Moving out of the pocket. The short hand. It's Fowler. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Making side adjustments here. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the back. Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air, it's Pryor. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. This time on target. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. We'll send the tight end in motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm off.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Husky!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Fox. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Schaefer. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. his man. It's Schaefer. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? To the air, it's Fox. Oh, they're after him. Punts it out of the air. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it. Got it in the middle. It's Knowles. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 13 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Pulls it in, it's Harris. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quick completion on the out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to have a plan for this guy. They knew coming in he was the go-to guy. This is the guy the quarterback was going to be looking for virtually on every big down and distance in this game. So they've got to find ways to try to slow him down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Grabbed over the middle, it's Schaefer. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Schaefer. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. Keep firing. Got a man. It's Marks. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Back to pass, it's Fox. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Go to the end zone. It's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Did the work himself. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll open the second half with a run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Running to the left. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Pryor. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half. You made some adjustments. Talked about, listen, we're not down that much. We're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. A shot for the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Fox. Floats it out in space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Boston. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Peppers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Catch in the middle, it's Schaefer. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
He's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's McMillan. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
It's caught, and he's wrestled to the ground.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. Scrambling away. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This quarterback, part of their running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and this is an interesting decision, right? You got a good lead, a solid lead. A field goal now puts you up by more than a touchdown, which is a great place to be. Or do you want to stay ultra aggressive, go for the gusto, and go for the touchdown?
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, USC.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Peppers. Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Washington right back to the line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by just 2 over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. That's caught. It's Boston. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Dropping back, it's Fox. Looking to buy time. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Non-end receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Schaefer. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Trojans want to move quickly. Back to pass, it's Fox. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Trojans! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your...
Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The option look. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's McMillan. The screen. He can go. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 20.
Got some room ahead of the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it over the middle. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Works the middle of the field. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw. It's Fox. That's caught. It's Raymond. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The snap sets up to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught, close to the marker, it's Fowler. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able...
He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Huskies!
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Behind the change now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's taking a deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,